Well, nobody expected the Carolina Panthers to be 0-2 except everybody that lives in Carolina. Welcome back. It's the Carton Show on FS1. I only say that because under Matt Rule, they are always 0-2. That's pretty much what they do. He's 10-25 as the Panthers head coach. They've started 0-2 in 2 of their 3 seasons. They're 0-2 for the 3rd time in 4 seasons, but they have a quarterback that they believe in. It's not Sam Darnold. It's not Cam Newton. It's Baker Mayfield, the guy that they thought was going to be good enough to take a Matt Rule team at least into December playing relevant games and possibly, fingers crossed, going to a playoff as a wild card team, if not a division winner. So Baker Mayfield sitting there at 0-2, and to be fair, they could easily be 2-0. Right, very close game against the Giants last week, and they lost on a near 60-yard field goal in week 1. So Baker Mayfield, is it time to panic? He's right about that. They're not being blown out. There's not a lack of compete. You know, they lost on a 57-yard field goal in week 1. And to be fair, the offense was not very good against the New York Giants in week 2, but they've been in both games. Now, I know that's, you don't get anything. There's no consolation prize for, hey, buddy, you almost won. The key word, in my opinion, and what Baker just said there was, it's not time to panic yet, meaning there's going to be a time to panic. It's just a matter of when. But what do you see when you look at the Carolina Panthers, knowing that this is Matt Rule's last shot? He's already been linked to the Arizona State job. If things don't work out for him here, you've got an embattled quarterback that a lot of people don't believe in. You've got a running back that's all world who's not put up the numbers 2 weeks in that you want him to. Where are we with Carolina?
Well, is this my opportunity to use or not use the panic button?
Well, I guess if we're going to do it, do you want to test it out first? Let's make sure it even works.
I'm sure it works.
Go ahead.
I'm sure it works. So I will tell you, you know what? When we're talking about the Panthers.
Yes.
We got to panic.
Yeah.
We got to. Are you seriously telling me that you're going to trust Matt Rule, who last year started out 3-0, full handles all fooled,
Right.
and then plummeted the rest of the season? This year, it just doesn't look good. Christian McCaffrey doesn't look quite the same. I don't think they're going to have enough explosive plays. Defensively, I thought they were going to be even more stout. And you got Baker, who I do like.
Yep.
But he's not going to be the guy that I'm going to call on and say, hey, I need somebody to win me a game. Where's Baker Mayfield? No, I'm sorry. So I'm panicking. They're in a division with Tom Brady.
Yep.
And my Super Bowl pick that I'm starting to panic on.
Who's that?
New Orleans Saints to make it to the Super Bowl. Not my Super Bowl champion, but I'm kind of panicking on that a little bit.
Do you watch football?
This was that premature, too soon to pick, before any games were played. Who do you have going to the Super Bowl?
You know who their quarterback is, right? What were you thinking?
He saw the LASIK surgery.
Do you have a twin that we don't know about?
Yeah.
Is the real Greg Jennings at home going, you're embarrassing the family?
You know how my elbows are really my knees, and you know my shoulders are really my hips.
Like what Jameis said.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Hold on one second.
Please.
No, that's Craig Jennings. That's Craig Jennings. I checked with the Saints. We just ripped Richard Sherman for having bad goal takes for attention. No wonder you're on First Things First every other day. What are we doing? The Saints, I'm safe for the next month.
Can we stay on topic? This is not about my Super. I should have never mentioned that.
Yeah, you shouldn't have. I agree.
All right. Oh, that's the best thing that ever happened. I can say anything I want now. By the way, who was your AFC pick? God, the Browns?
No, the Bills.
Oh, all right. So he went chalk there. All right, let's talk about an AFC team. We've hinted at the Bengals already a lot today. They do play the Jets on Sunday. 0-2. I don't believe it's a Super Bowl hangover. I don't buy into that with this team. Bad offensive line, on pace to give up over 100-plus sacks of Joe Burrow. They are not protecting him, and because of that, Jamar Chase's numbers are down. They, though, even with that bad offensive line, should have won week 1. McPherson gets the extra point blocked. That would have won the game for him. And then, of course, week 2, they go to Dallas. They come all the way back after having a bad first half. They tie the game late, and then defensively, and that's not getting a lot of attention because of the offensive line. You know, they let Cooper Rush go right down the field, field goal, bang, you're 0-2. Is it time to panic in Cincinnati?
No, it is not time to panic in Cincinnati. And the reason why it's not time to panic in Cincinnati is because all of the points you just made. Look at their division. You don't see any runaway favorites there right now.
No, you don't.
And they're 0-2. They're sitting, they're best when Joe Burrow has time and they're able to make big explosive plays through Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and the supporting cast. They haven't been able to do that. If they can find a way to protect Joe Burrow, they've been trying to find a way to protect Joe Burrow since last year. If they do that, this team is right in the thick of it. They'll be just fine. And might I mention, Cody, who they play this weekend?
Who's that?
They play the New York Jets.
Oh, that's not even a football team.
And you know, I didn't think it was either
That's
until
sad.
I got here and saw somebody talking about them over, the last week.
Remember this. The New York Jets have a better record than the Bengals do. And last year, a quarterback that nobody ever heard of, Mike White, beat Cincinnati. So zip it with that. The Las Vegas Raiders. You broke it, I think. I think. Well, we know where Cody stands.
Yeah, I'm with Cody, so we don't even have to.
Okay. Yeah, 0-2. They blow a 20-0 halftime lead. It is a you-know-what show in Las Vegas. That's too bad because they had huge expectations off of a playoff berth last year, change of head coach. But you got Derek Carr, and I wonder, 2 weeks in, is Devontae saying, I made a big mistake?
I don't think he's saying he made a big mistake because I think they still believe. I just don't believe. So I'm panicking with you. And if I don't believe, Raiders fans don't believe, then it's panic city in Las Vegas. For me, it's just their division. You can't get behind. This is
too tough.
This is a tough division. It's not like the
And I'll stop you there because
AFC North.
the great comparison is what you said about Cincinnati.
Absolutely.
Right. They win if they beat the Jets. Worst case, they're a game out of first place.
Correct.
That
That is not
play
the
the
case.
entire division still.
You don't have the Chiefs looming in your division in the AFC North. The Raiders do,
Yes.
and they're in trouble.
Oh, I know. Thank you.
All
Thank
right,
you.
let me give you one more team. We've talked about this team a lot because of the sideline decisions by the coach, the new quarterback. The Denver Broncos, amazingly, they rank 7th right now in the NFL in total offense, but 24th in actual scoring offense. They are 1-1. They're averaging 16 points a game. Is it time for people to panic in Denver?
Yes.
You got to panic in Denver.
Yes.
You got to panic in Denver. They're in the same division as your Raiders, and with the same problem in front of them, Justin Herbert and Patrick Mahomes with the Kansas City Chiefs. But for me, it just doesn't look good when you talk about the chemistry and the rapport between Nathaniel Hackett and Russell Wilson. It hasn't worked. I'm not saying it can't work.
It's only 2 games.
But this season probably will be a season where they're ironing all
Let me
that
ask you
out.
this. If you could go back in time, if the Denver Broncos don't fumble twice on the 1-yard line and they beat Seattle, even if it's ugly, but they beat Seattle and they're sitting there 2-0, are people saying the same thing about Denver today?
They're
Are they
not.
still concerned?
No, because win covers all of these
Right.
things. That's what wins do.
And those 2 fumbles have nothing to do with Russell Wilson and nothing to do with Nathaniel Hackett.
Until they lose.
Exactly.
Until
I
they
agree,
lose.
100%. Hey there. Thank you so much for watching The Carton Show. You can subscribe right here to get all the latest bits and segments from the show. And by the way, while you're at it, we have a lot of great shows on FS1, so check them out too.